Hey everyone, it's me, Christmas Tree, and I am alone again today. I know I said I was probably never going to record without Icy, but I feel like there's probably some stuff I could explain about myself, maybe a little bit about mine and Icy's relationship. Like, who we are, why we chose Icy Tree and Snow Bunnies, stuff like that. So, we decided, okay, so the reason why we are called Icy Tree is because she's Icy, I am Tree. Christmas Tree. Icy and Christmas Tree. That is just something we've been using for a while. But Snow Bunnies actually has a deeper meaning. So she calls me Bunny and I call her Snowflake. And when we have kids in the future, we plan on calling them our Snow Bunnies. For that reason. Also, this video is going to be a little different today. It's just going to be me talking about some stuff. So, I also want to bring up something about the pockets. So, they are kind of also not just pockets. Like, you can use them as drink holders. I can give some explanations. Wait. Hold it like that. Pot holder. You can also use it as a pot holder, I guess, if you have a big enough one. But I don't think Icy could ever make one like that. I mean, if you wanted to, you could kind of use it as a puppet. Ha ha ha. I am the victorious Rainbow Lasagna. I don't know. I had to come up with a name real fast, so Rainbow Lasagna. Lasagna. I also said lasagna because it kind of reminds me of lasagna right here if I hold it like this. It's like, you get the meat, you get the pasta, all that. Let's see. So, my and Icy's relationship, we are boyfriend-girlfriend who just want to start a life together, but we really don't have the money to do that. We kind of went to YouTube as a resort to like start money, but we also know you need like a certain amount of subscribers, views, and a credit card. We have none, but we are hoping we can eventually get there. It may seem like a lot of work, but I feel like when I'm with Icy, it's not going to be as bad. I feel like we can actually do it. Now, as you know, like most of our videos are like either mental health, the poems, stuff like that. It's just random stuff. We don't really have a genre of stuff we're going to be doing. It's just whatever we find fun. We like writing, we like art, we like a lot of stuff. But the mental health stuff is really mainly Icy. She wants to be a therapist, but she says she's most likely going to be a Craigslist therapist. She's the emotional support demon of the group. Well, I'm the dragon. But Icy's stuff, like, I like Icy's stuff she does. She's crazy, but she's my crazy. I like all the stuff she makes. Everything she does is really creative. Yeah. Well, I found some of your hair, Icy. Shed everywhere. Oh. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I like how I would always kind of compare stuff to Icy, like life and creation, because she loves to create, she loves life. Well, there's kind of me. I'm kind of just destruction in a way. I destroy a lot, but I also fix it sometimes. I try to be gentle with stuff, but I don't really know how to control my strength sometimes. And I don't mean that in the metaphorical sense, like where someone says, "Oh yeah, I didn't mean to punch you that hard. I don't know how to control my own strength." I really don't know how to control my own strength. I never have. I destroy walls, doors, fans, beds. I destroy a lot. Couches. You can ask Icy about that one. But when I'm with Icy, I don't feel like I need to destroy to be seen, to be wanted. I can just be me. She's not afraid of me like how some people said they were. She doesn't try to avoid me. Sure, there are moments like we have little times like where we're not in the mood to talk with each other, or we just physically aren't there. We just physically can't talk with each other. Like now, like I physically cannot message Icy. Doot 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 doot. I'm pushing buttons, but no words appear. We just sometimes need some time to think. Some time to be to ourselves. I love Icy. I really do. And I'm glad that she's in my life. She's done a lot for me. She was one of my first friends at my new school. Honestly, for a while she was one of my only friends. And then I met a couple other friends like Keith, and I wasn't alone anymore. We had a friend. His name, we call him Toaster. He was my first friend at that school. My very first. But after he left, people stopped talking to me. People stopped socializing with me. Icy didn't. I would give her a hug every single day. My way of saying thank you, my way of saying I love you, even before we were dating. I honestly had the biggest crush on Icy for 2 years. And my worst relationship ended up making my best one happen. After me and my last partner broke up, I started me and Icy and another friend, old friend, I guess, got on call. And I always mentioned to that old friend how I had a crush on Icy, how I wish I could have dated her instead of ex-partner sometimes. Honestly, my last relationship wasn't the best. It was somewhat toxic. Don't get me wrong, there was maybe, I'm not even too sure at this point, maybe some love in there. No, probably not. Who am I kidding? I didn't really have feelings for that person, but honestly, I didn't know how to say no to a lot of things. If someone said they had a crush on me, it's like, yeah, sure. If people said, hey, you wanna be my boyfriend? Sure. But Icy, she helped me realize that I didn't have to be afraid to say no. I didn't have to be afraid to see people's judgment. When I say Icy has saved me, I don't mean it like, oh yeah, she saved me off a cliff. I mean, she more saved me in the way I needed. I'm gonna be honest, I probably did not have the best life growing up. Always moving, always. I wasn't with a lot of people. Didn't have time to date. Didn't have time to be with people I knew. Didn't even have time to really make friends. I made up friends just so I could. Just so my mom would be happy. Like my last school, I didn't have friends. At this school, I didn't even plan on making friends, but then Toaster started talking to me, Icy hugged me. That was also another reason why I would always hug her. She hugged me first, so I was like, I gotta hug her every day. Also, sorry if this is a little personal for y'all. I kind of just want to let this out. And I feel like YouTube, yes, there's gonna be a lot of hate. There's gonna be a lot of judging. Screw it. My life is my life. I'm happy with it. I'm not afraid to see what people have to say about it. I was always bullied. I was always picked on because of my small height when I was younger. For being weird, for being abnormal. So I would always put a fake smile on. And when I got home, my face immediately turned to this. I lost, smiling for a while. I lost the ability to actually smile. But Icy kind of helped me realize who I was. She got to see the real smile in a long time. A smile that I didn't even know I had. I love Icy so much, so I just always want to be near her. And I get that some people call me clingy, some people would call me a simp. I do it because I want to protect. I do it for many reasons. Too many reasons to explain. But I am clingy, honestly, because I have lost probably so much. I don't want to lose anything ever again. I act like I'm addicted to things just so I don't lose them. I know Icy probably hates it that I act like I'm addicted to her. I can't live without her, but it's my way of saying, I need you here. I don't want you to leave me. I don't want you to. I don't want you to leave. I've lost so much. I'm afraid to lose stuff. That's why I was afraid to make friends. That's why I was afraid to date at first. I was afraid to do anything. Because I feel like if I didn't act addicted, or if I didn't act enough, I was going to lose someone forever. I'm so used to that I just am like that to Icy. I'm trying to act like I'm not. I'm trying to act like I am, and I don't know why. Honestly, do I need help? Yes. My life wasn't the best, as I said. I've lost a lot of good people. I've lost a lot of friends. A lot of friends died. A lot of friends left. A lot of family members died. A lot of family left. A lot of family I never really even got to meet, honestly. I act addicted because I don't want to be alone. I have a fear called monophobia, the fear of being alone. I don't think I've ever told Icy that, but she's gonna watch this, so I guess now it's time. She probably knows. I act as clingy as I do, want to be on call 24/7 because I'm afraid to be alone. Monophobia is the worst part of my life. It was caused from people leaving, people saying that they would stay and then they end up leaving, people dying, a lot of reasons. why I have it, but it's because I always want to make sure she's okay as well. I'm not going to give any information on Icy without her knowing, but so I'm not going to say anything about her. But mine and her life aren't really that off from each other. Okay, I'm going to stop with all the sad, sappy stuff. Let's get back on topic to stuff. Pockets! Buy them. I'll track you down and I'll eat your door. Sorry. I will, if you don't buy Icy's pockets, I will find you and I'll eat your kneecaps. Hum. But, oh yeah, a couple days ago was mine and Icy's anniversary. We didn't get to see each other, but we get to see each other soon, so I'm gonna spend that day like it was our anniversary. She doesn't know what's coming. I'm a little evil person. I have plans. Or do I? Well, let's see. I think that's really all I should talk about. I will see y'all in the next video. This is Christmas Tree, signing out.